Guys, this mod is increasingly getting out of the hands of the creator. And it is that, as you saw in the previous video of Kaiju Craft 3.0, they added us to the withered Ghidorah, to which today is one of the most powerful creatures, not only of this mod, but also of all Minecraft. And not to mention those incredible animations. And the question is, how are they going to overcome all that now? And let me tell you once again, they've done it again. And how would you stay if I told you that now we can control each of the Kaijus and even use their powerful attacks? So if you want to find out everything new, who will be adding this new update? For 0.0, it's better that you've already left your like and subscription, since that, it will be helping me a lot to continue uploading content like this every week. And now, if you want, you can also become a member of the channel, with which you will have excellent benefits, as exclusive emotes, greetings at the end of each video, and also watch the videos long before they come out. But enough spam for today. And without anything else to say, let's go to the video. Well, first of all, this mod is called Kaiju Craft version. The 0.0, and if you don't know how to download or install it, don't worry, because at the end of this video, I will be showing you a little tutorial how to do a day, so that later they tell me that I don't care about you. But one more thing. In this video, we will only be seeing everything new and for 0.0. So if you want a much more specific tutorial, how to get the other eggs and creatures, I would recommend you to watch my previous videos. I say this way, I would normally make a complete tutorial from scratch, but you know this mod updates pretty fast. So, having said all this, now let's go for the video. Well, first of all, as always, we are going to review the new book. Because yes, people, this book will be a kind of guide, where it will show us all the Kaijus that we will have in the mod, and the last one they added to us. The latest update 3.0, it was the mighty withered Ghidorah, with 30,000 hit points, 350 damage, and will also be considered as a Category 10. The most powerful of all creatures. It's just absolutely crazy. And by the way, if you are wondering, no, on this occasion, we will not have the addition of the mechanical Wardenzilla. And it is the creator of Ghidorah himself. He already announced that this cannot be ready in time, but it will be added in version for 0.5. Well then, returning to the topic of Kaijus, we will have for new ones, which we will show below. Well, the first creature we will have will be the blazing Warbat, in which to obtain its DNA, we will have to place for blaze rods and an end crystal. Subsequently take this DNA, place an egg, and finally another star. In this way, we will have the blazing Warbat generation egg, which, like other creatures, will be inspired in one of the creatures of the Monsterverse. More specifically, Warbat. Yeah, here it seems they didn't bother much when thinking of the name. This powerful creature will be highly hostile, with 4,000 life points, and it will be a Category 4. We'll have powerful melee attacks, but his strong point will be his fire breath, and even being able to create around it a huge suffocating cloud that will burn nearby enemies. If this were to be defeated, his lifeless body will fall to the ground, leaving us in the ground things like various minerals, golden apples, and the blazing eye is being a special weapon. What this mob will be leaving us, which will have the ability to, when right-clicking, we will create a powerful explosion of fire that will cause harm around us. You see, I can't be the only one who noticed, but this does not give them the feeling to become a Super Saiyan. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Well, the next creature we will see, it is the powerful Squcylla, which, curiously, we will need to DNAs to be able to create it. Well, this will be a hybrid between a spider and a squid. Creating them in the following way. One will remove some ink sacs, and the other only spider eyes, to then place them in the following way, so that I can have the Squcylla egg, a creature inspired by the monster Scylla, which, curiously, will look much more like some kind of crab. This creature will be highly hostile, with 3,400 life, and being just a Category 3, entering the top of the weakest monsters. What is this added? Although it will have a powerful sonic scream that will attack from long distance, it will be a creature much more focused on damage, hand-to-hand combat. But what caught my attention the most? It's his death animation, because at the moment of being defeated, this one will not fall to the ground like the other creatures, but will simply explode, leaving only their paws on the ground. By finishing off this one like all the monsters, we'll be leaving us a good amount of minerals, golden apples, its legs, and its eyes. In this case, at least today, this creature's eyes will be of no use. Instead, your legs will serve as a food source. Although who knows, maybe in some future, end up introducing a new tool for this monster. And finally, we will have 2 new creatures that, although they will be of the same species, these will be the variants of the same monster. You'll see what I mean next. Well, for this case, we will require 2 types of DNA. In this case, the bat and the Endermite. To get the female Endermuto, I should place it in the following way. While for the male, we will have to place the DNA. The bat and the Endermite. Getting the male Endermuto. Creatures inspired by the mute monster, which curiously will also have 2 versions, the male and female. And depending on the gender, this will be much bigger and more powerful. Hence we have 2 versions of this mob. In the case of the male, he will be highly hostile, with only 2,000 life points, possibly being the weakest creature in the entire mod. And what's more, will only have melee attacks. Upon being defeated, he will only be leaving us with various minerals and golden apples, while in the case of the female, this one will not have the ability to fly. Well, it was only created with the DNA of an Endermite, but it will be a little more powerful than the male, being a totally hostile creature with 3,000 life points, and being a Category 3, only relying on melee attacks. By defeating her, this will leave us only various minerals and the golden apple, this being 2, in my opinion, the weakest creatures of this mod. But hey people, we have already left the best for last. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, now we can control any Kaiju with a new tool. Although to our misfortune, to obtain said tool, first we must finish off Wilder Ghidorah. And yes, it is something that is easy to say, right? But let's imagine that we do manage to defeat him. Well, as those who saw the previous video will remember, we'll be leaving us various minerals, golden apples, and their special weapon. Well, once we have his star, we just have to place it, along with the following ingredients: 2 recovery compasses, to netherite ingots, and then we coated them with iron. And with this we will have the Kaiju controller. And yes, people, with this simple device, we will be able to control any Kaiju. Really the one you want, even the mighty Whiter Ghidorah. And honestly, I think it's something that was really needed. Although honestly, I think that to be able to obtain it is too exaggerated. Maybe, if this power can be obtained with parts of other Kaijus, randomly and not exactly from the final boss, it would have been a little more balanced. I don't know, this is already my opinion, but let's see what you say. Now, to be able to use the Kaiju controller, we should be 3 blocks away. Something quite complicated. We right-click on it, and then we right-click again to upload. And with this, we will be controlling our own Kaiju. Or well, more than being inside the Kaiju, we will have become this. In some cases, we may also be able to jump. As you will be seeing, El Golem Khan has enormous strength in his legs. It's just that look, it seems like I'm even flying. Now, what is really worth it is that, as you will be seeing, at the bottom we will have some attacks. Obviously, depending on the type of Kaiju we become, we will have more or less attacks. And as you will be seeing, we will be able to use, first of all, his melee attacks. In the second option, we can use his roar attack. And in the third option, we will have this new ability that all Kaijus, they're going to have to be a kind of regeneration. Something you want, number. It will be very useful to be able to fight against other Kaijus. Another very interesting thing is that from now on, when we can become some Kaiju and exit with shift, this one will be staying completely still. So there won't be any kind of danger that this gentleman will escape. Good. Now, let's try to control something a little more aggressive. We're going to right-click on it, and now yes, we are the mighty Wardenzilla. And as you will be seeing, just as I told you, we have for attacks instead of Golem Kong that only had 3. We will have different melee attacks, like stomping, bites, or even hit with our tail. We will have our roar attack. That will cause a lot of damage in the area. And of course, also the laser beam attack, with which we can hold the right click until we want. And like Golem Kong, once we get out of this, we'll remain completely still. Hang on a minute. I think something is occurring to me. Okay, let's do the follow. Let's revive this Golem Kong. And we're going to put it together with the Skullcaps. And we are going to use the Kaiju controller in this one. Good, and this is where the fun part really starts. Let's put a wild Wardenzilla now. And we're going to try to fight him. Wow, this is going to be really fun. The truth is worth it. The gentleman is starting to hit me. That is one of the things that I didn't like at all in the clashes, is that you couldn't control them as such. Let's see if we can control this Kaiju. Yes, there is a change in the way of fighting. And from what I'm seeing, he's giving me a good beating, huh? I'm not doing much harm to him. Wow, I think I need to get out of here, huh? Let's see one thing. And I managed to cure myself with this thing. It will really work. Pull effectively. I'm healing, but very little yes. Believe, which is much more balanced than I thought. Come on, it's hurting me a lot, huh? I think not even controlling Golem Kong, we are able to do it. Truly Wardenzilla front. Well, what's going to kill me? Hey, what's going to kill me? I want to know what happens if he kills me, being controlled by a Kaiju. Well, guys, let's find out. I'm about to die. I don't really have much left. Wow, we are dead. We are come on, but I'm down there. Ha, what's wrong with me? Hey, I think I'm bugged. Huh? I can't get out of here. What's going on? No, I don't want to die. Help. And well, I'm sure many people would miss it if we do not get control to Wilder and Ghidorah. And just as I said, yes you can, but this one will be a little more complicated. Since the hitbox is not very clear, let's say, wow, right now we are the most powerful monster of all. Now nothing and no one will be able to finish us off. What's more, we're going to do one thing. Let's take some out here. Wardenzillas, and we're going to try to fight them well. This possibly, it's going to be one of the most epic things. What are we going to do? We are right now hitting 8 guards at the same time, being the most powerful Kaiju we have as so far. And look, we are effectively wiping out every single one of them. Okay, looks like the first one just fell. They're starting to explode. Man, I just don't understand. How is my computer holding up to all this? Your fucking PC is dying, dude. Ha. What destruction we are doing here. And indeed, none of them could defeat the powerful. Wither Ghidorah is here. It's the most broken mob of all. What did they expect? But hey guys, after the terrible destruction we just did, or is it just look how all this turned out? I mean, phew, it's crazy. I can only say that this mod, over time, it has surprised me. Who would say that we started with only Wardenzilla? In this mod, and we have even come to have more than 8 different Kaijus. But hey guys, now yes, as we discussed at the beginning of the video, let's go through the whole process. How to download and install it correctly. Once you have gone to the link I left you in the description, we'll be taking you to this page, where we just have to click on this button. We skip this advertising. On top, we will have a counter to be able to go now, yes, to the page where we will download the mod. We click on the button and now we can download it. In this part, we choose the route where we want to download it. And we save it. And well, once we have saved it, you just have to double click on it. With this, we will be activating the Minecraft application, where it will tell us if Kaiju Craft installed successfully. To me in this case, as I had previously installed it, it will be telling me error. We create a new game, create new world. we are going to behavior packs. And we look for the version. For 0.0, which would be this. We activate it. Then we go to resource packs. And we confirm that everything is correct. So finally, we choose whether we want to play survival or creative. And we create it. And if we appear in our world with this new book, it means that we will have done things correctly. And having said all this, I only have to ask you, what did you think of this mod? Did you like this new Kaiju Craft update? Which of all the new monsters was your favorite? Or also, what other mod for Bedrock would you like us to review in an upcoming video? I'll be reading in the comments. And well guys, I hope you liked it. That they are fun, that is the most important thing for me. If you liked the video, I will ask you to please leave your like. You will comment what you thought of this video. What other types of videos would you like to see on the channel? And also subscribe. That this is very important. Remember that chickens are not tyrannosaurs. And see you in the next video. Bye.